Hello friends. So in this video, we'll talk about few of the stocks whose stock price jumped in today's market trade despite market going down. First company which we'll review is Craftsman Automation. As we can see, the stock price went up by 12.30% and closed in at 5,725. If we talk about the company, then the company started its journey in the year 1986 as a small scale industry, and the company manufactures several components and sub assemblies on a supply and job work basis. And clients include automotive, industrial, and engineering players. Uh, Company's market cap is 13,000 crores. So we can say that company is a small cap company. If we talk about its P, then company's P ratio is 54. Uh, if we talk about company's growth rate, then 5-year CAGR sales growth is 20% and profit growth is 26%. So this company is a decent company having a decent sales and profit growth. We observe that big players in operating in this segment like Honeywell Automation, they did pretty well in recent past, and Craftsman also has the potential to grow, as we observe that there are many things happening across the globe as well. Many of the companies, they are interested in diversifying their supply chains. Many of their manufacturing units are shifting from China to other countries like Vietnam, India, and companies which help manufacturing players set up their manufacturing plant can be a beneficiary of this trend. So this is definitely one company which should be on our radar. Uh, if we talk about companies technicals, then stock price is following this increasing trend line. It is taking support on this trend line. In the recent past, around 4 or 5 times it did take support on this trend line, and in the recent occasion also it did take support near its trendline support, and then stock price started to go up. It reached a high of around 7,000 and then came down earlier. uh, 5,883 is another level which is to be watched out for. In this latest uptick, company did take resistance at this level, and then stock price came down a bit. Next quarterly results are something to watch out for. If they prove to be good, then we can again expect to stock price to go up to the levels of 7,000. We'll have to wait for those results to come out. Uh, Next company whose stock price jump today is Mankind Pharma. Uh, Stock price went up by 4.82% and closed in at 2,790. If we talk about this company, then company develops, manufactures, and markets pharmaceutical formulations in various acute and chronic therapeutic areas. It majorly operates in India. Most of the sale happens in India. There are many players in pharma industry. Few of the companies like Cipla, Mankind, who sells their products in India. Many companies like Dr. Reddy's, Lupin, Sun Pharma, they do exports and then earn their revenue. Few of the players like Divis Lab, they have a very unique model. Divis Lab only manufactures APIs, which then sells it to bigger players, who then in turn converts it to formulations and then markets it. So there are many players operating in this segment in India. Mankind Pharma has a market cap of around 1.12 lakh crores and has a PE of 56. So companies is decently valued. It's not very cheap. If we talk about its growth, then last 5 years CAGR is 19%. Uh, for revenue, and for profit it's 27%. So company is showing a decent growth both in terms of sales and profit, and it has a decent consistency as well. uh, if we talk about company's technicals, then the stock is taking resistance near its increasing trend line. in the past several times it didn't show a breakout, but took a resistance on this trend line and then came down. Uh, Current stock price 2791 is below this trend line, so there is a possibility of stock price going up, reaching to the trend line resistance and then came down. Uh, again quarterly results are something to watch out for. Next company which we'll talk about is Trent. So Trent is a Tata company. As we all know, the Zudio stores which we see all over the place are operated by this company. And in the recent few years, we have seen Zudio stores mushrooming, especially in metro and tier two cities. And the growth in terms of Zudio stores are reflected in companies' profits as well. And this is the reason why the trend overall is doing good. In today's market trend also, stock price went up by 2.48% and it closed in at 7,113. Uh, if we talk about company's market cap, then the market cap of this company is 2.5 lakh crore. So it's no way cheap. The PE is also 186, which is sort of a concerning factor uh, considering what happened to the other players operating in the same segment like DMart. If we look at its current PE, then it has gone down to 90. Earlier, DMart also used to trade in excess of 150, but then company did not show good quarterly earnings in a few quarters, and then P ratio sort of had come down. Same thing can happen with Trent if it doesn't meet expectations of investors. Uh, in fact, in the recent quarters, if we look at its technicals, we can see that there has been a correction in company stock price. And one of the reasons is because of its poor quarterly performance. Market was expecting it to deliver good sales and profit growth, though it did gave a good set of numbers, but still they were lower than what street was expecting, and that is the reason why stock price came down. uh, but it is taking support near its increasing trend line, as we can see that in the past also it did take support of this trend line. We need to see how it uh, um, how the stock price moves in the coming weeks. Again, we'll have to see the quarterly results, but looking at it, the current size of the company now, it will be very challenging for it to show the growth as it used to show. So there is a risk of stock price going down or showing a consolidation for a few weeks or few quarters. But if company continues to show a decent quarterly growth, then we can expect stock to perform the way it has been performing. Company is pouring into different segments as well. We saw a few weeks back that there was a news of company expanding its business into the uh, business of selling diamonds, lab grown diamonds. So this can also provide opportunity for future growth, but we'll have to see how that plan works out. Next stock which showed a good jump in today's market trade was Neogen Chemical. Stock price went up by 3.89% and closed in at 2,230. Company's market cap is 5,900 crores, so it's a small cap company. Its P ratio is 146, so this company is again trading at a very high premium. Company incorporated in 1991 and is a manufacturer of bromine and lithium based organic and organometallic compounds used in pharmaceuticals, agriculture, and engineering industries. Since company operates in very niche segment, market has given it a high PE, but again, this stock also will have to provide good numbers in order to sustain this high PE. If we talk about its technicals, then 1873 and 2400. These are few levels which are important. 1870, this is the level which was acting as a resistance. It did the stock price did came down from this level, and now this level has become a support, and 2400 is a new resistance for this stock. The companies operating in chemical space, they are not showing good quarterly numbers in recent few quarters, and that is the reason why these stocks are not performing compared to its historical performance. This company also we see is sort of trying to consolidate. Uh, uh, if we talk about its growth, then last 5 years sales growth is 24%, and profit growth is 11%. So from here also it is quite clear that company is struggling to maintain its margin. We'll have to see how it shows quarterly results, and then accordingly stock price will move, as stock price are reflection of in long term stock price are a reflection of how the company is delivering profit. So that is something which we'll have to watch out for. Remember friends, this video is only for educational purpose and not a buy or sell recommendation. Kindly consult your investment advisors before making an investment decision. Thank you.